Hello and welcome to this reaction video, I guess you could call it, on Mario Tennis Fever. I'm gonna check it out. I don't really have like a formal plan per se. Probably just pause the video at wherever I deem fit, I guess. Or maybe we'll just watch the whole video through. Who knows? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's a short walk anyways. I'm going to be looking at this from more of a competitive lens, because Mario Tennis Aces was, for whatever reason, the game I decided to go super hard in and become really good at, in my opinion, and maybe several other people's opinions that also played the game. So this already looks way better than Aces, I gotta say. Like, visually, much more stunning. I like the scale of the stadium that we're playing in, or whatever this main court is going to be. Plus, you've also got like the practice courts outside. Neat little touch all around. I love the tennis racket arch. That adds some really good flavor to it.
A brand new Mario Tennis game swings onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system. With the tennis you know and love. Chaotic
so I will say, like right off the bat, I had kind of touched on this in my initial reaction video to whenever like the first teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it, for this dropped, in that all the shots look very floaty. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing visually. I know it might just be something I'll need to get used to after having looked at how kind of fast Aces looked in comparison. I think the other thing that's also throwing me for a loop is the more grounded camera angle, because in Aces you kind of had that, I wouldn't call it a helicopter view, but definitely more off the ground. Maybe that kind of hid some of the floatiness of the shots, but since we're on the ground, you can definitely see how the ball looks more floaty. If I could compare it, be like the difference between Melee or Super Smash Bros. Melee's gameplay and Brawl's gameplay, if you know anything about how those two games work.
New twist.
Nonetheless,
and bosses that stand in your way. It's the most jam-packed Mario Tennis game yet. Mario Tennis Fever.
The single-player content looks like it's actually going to deliver something, by the way. I've seen this trailer once or twice already, but just to kind of gather my thoughts. So I will say the color trail behind the ball, I think I kind of like the more subdued coloration. Aces kind of had like a lighting issue where a lot of the times you could just straight up not see where the ball is, which kind of got on my nerves a little bit, especially on some courts where they really set like the light bloom to be insanely high. Some courts were just straight up unplayable in that game. And in this game, along with the lights and the coloration and everything, it looks like things are a little more visibly tuned to convey information, which is nice. The boo slice, you love to see it. Everyone loves boo slices, right? Everyone. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but the tennis ball definitely looks a lot bigger. I think that's like on purpose.
Are Fever Rackets. Keep a rally going to build up your fever gauge. Then unleash a powerful fever shot with a...
So, maybe we should... Okay, there we go. So yeah, another meter-based game like Aces was. Although you use the meter for different purposes in this game, but another chargeable source, which is fine. I like the added skill ceiling that standard mode really brought to the game. I was a simple player myself. That was my bread and butter, but standard also pretty fun mode. We'll have to see how this Fever mode goes. I am a little skeptical as to some of the power-ups they're about to show off, but we will see in due time. In due time, like a month from now.
Freeze the court with the ice racket. Or make enemies appear with the pokey racket. Trip up your opponents to get the advantage.
Like, that just seems obnoxious.
With the shadow racket.
The shadow racket too? Oh man.
Get a speed boost with the golden dash racket.
See, the Golden Dash Racket, that looks overpowered. Like, you can just grab the ball from anywhere, but you'll notice that as Bowser slip slides across the court, he's not actually getting back into position to actually return the shot. So, hard to say if that, like, slide racket will do anything. But the pokey racket, I can imagine you, like, send out the pokey, and then you place the ball in front of the pokey, or like a drop shot or something, and your opponent just won't be able to return it. Maybe. You'll need I don't know how it'll all actually play out, but with 30 different fever rackets, I can guarantee that some of those will not be balanced.
Fever rackets. If a fever shot is heading your way, don't panic. Send it back before it hits the ground, and return the shot and its effect right back at your opponent.
That is a nice bit of counterplay. At least you can at least send it back with a volley, so you don't get completely screwed. There is a little bit of counterplay. There's a little bit of thinking about how to correctly implement your fever shot. So at least they're somewhat forward thinking. We will have to see as to how forward thinking they are. But there is an attempt at making sure that the game doesn't just run away based on these power-ups. Like that magma shot, that didn't seem too bad. Like, you can see where it's gonna land. You can see where the danger zone is. But yeah, we'll have to see how those fever rackets end up playing out.
So be careful. In a doubles match, both players can hit a fever shot.
Oh yeah, that HP mechanic. Before we move on, the HP mechanic. I don't know how to feel about that. I'll be honest. Maybe it's just a way to kind of speed up stalemates. Because in Aces, a lot of the times you would run into these stalemates where points would be super long. Both players would be full on meter energy. Even if you were to spam your special shot, you could go on for like 300, 400, 500 rallies without a single point scored. Sets could take forever. A long while in standard mode. So I think that's probably their way of addressing the fact that there were sometimes just long stalemates, even if you were using the game mechanics as intended. So I think that's probably an okay change. A way to kind of rein in those longer-ish points. Because as much as I like watching tennis, or at least, cartoon tennis, it might not be everyone's cup of tea to watch it for an hour just to score a single point.
When the moment comes, unleash this explosive shot to devastate opponents. Newcomers include
Goomba! Nabbit, that's who we've all been waiting for! I like with Baby Waluigi. Kind of like imitated his, let me find it again real quick.
And Baby Waluigi.
Kind of imitating his mustache with like I guess these are kind of dimples, I guess? Dimples around the eyes. Like bluer dimples. Interesting choice. They're kind of L-shaped too, which is fun.
There are 38 characters.
Characters, I mean, yeah, this is about where Aces, I think all of the Aces characters are returning, if I'm not mistaken. Aces had 30 characters. See, top row, yeah, that's be expected. Yep. Second row, also all Aces characters. Third row, all were in Aces. Fourth row, all were in Aces. Even the sixth row, all were in Aces. And then we've got the newer characters at the bottoms that weren't in Aces. So Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, Wiggler, Nabbit, Goomba, Wario, and Waluigi. Or Baby Waluigi and Baby Wario. Let me go back. I gotta say, super excited that Nabbit's in. And I know there's a fair few of my friend groups, fair few Nabbit enjoyers. As for like the stats over on the right of the character, We'll have to see how much they really are accurate. I know these games aren't the most accurate when it comes to displaying the nitty-gritty details when it comes to a character. We'll have to see. I do remain a bit skeptical as to how accurate these are. But let me see. So Luigi, I don't know if like power. See, it doesn't really specify what it means by power unless you look at the bottom text there, where it says specializes in volleys and feels right at home, close to the net. Powerful slice shot, something strong. So if you know aces, you know Luigi's best shot is his slice. Like by a long shot. Those slices were super powered. But his top spins and his flats left a little... we're leaving a little... Or what am I trying to say? We're lacking. There we go. They were lacking. To say the least. So when it says power, I don't know if that means all of Luigi's shots are going to be powered this time around. Or super powered, I should say. Or if it just means his slice is super powered. That's kind of what I mean by like the nitty-gritty details of... Like, very specifically, if Luigi's power stat is actually that powerful, or if it's just his slice that's powerful, and that's what they're trying to convey.
The most in series hit.
I gotta say, Peach having a 1 in speed is interesting, because she's actually kind of on the upper end of mobile characters in MTA. Like, at least top half. I don't know about, like, top 10 or anything, but... Definitely a lot more speed than you would think. But if she's slow in this game, I guess that'd be an interesting change. Because she's got a full 5 in control, which makes sense. She's always a technical character. So we'll see, I guess.
Most in series history. Mix and match them with the Fever Rackets to find your favorite combo. You can also enjoy classic tennis without...
Yeah, classic. Also, they're calling it classic. I hated the fact that they called it simple mode in MTA. It felt like, I don't know, felt like being called Weenie Hut Jr. instead of just Weenie Hut. Jeez, thank you for calling it classic.
Slides and leaps and hit shots at sharp angles for a good old back and forth rally. Swap between newly added defensive actions and increased offensive.
Oh, look at that angle from Pauline on the top spin. Also, that was a top spin volley. It looks like they kind of buffed those top spin volleys if they're going that fast. Because in MTA, like, you just did not do a top spin volley. That was not an option. In like 90% of cases, you had to charge that up, and you had to be a power character if you wanted to do a top spin volley. Like DK or Bowser could get away with it, but no other character is really gonna get away with doing a top spin volley. So to kind of see that insane angle. Also, I guess that's also assuming that all the color trails indicate the same sort of shot types. Because in Mario Tennis, it's always been red trail is top spin, blue trail is slice, and then purple trail is your flat. I'm going to assume it's the same here. I don't see any reason for them to change it.
Let you gently swing your Joy-Con 2 controller like a racket for a more intuitive
Swing mode is
experience.
fun. Never played it.
You can even use fever shots.
Hey, the boomerang shot. Everyone getting in on the boo slice.
Action with these tennis modes. This is Talking Flower live from the stadium.
It really seems like they took the lack of single player content seriously. Like the criticism anyways.
Hit the tennis balls through rings to earn points in Ring Shot.
But yeah, this all looks super fun.
Feed piranha plants with tennis
Definitely
balls
reminds me
made
of
for
Power
bigger
Tour
and a forest court
with those sort of
match.
mini games. I wish they would bring the painting mini game back. That was so
Trigger a
much fun.
variety of flashy effects in a pinball match. Hit the ball on the lit floor and grab fever rackets that appear in a racket factory match.
So yeah, that little sequence right there in the factory match, the ball looked like it was going pretty dang fast. So hopefully it's like the standard and not just tied to the gimmick. As I do have my concerns about how floaty the every shot looks.
In a Wonder Court match. Expect the unexpected in these unusual takes on traditional tennis.
This looks very fun. This looks very fun from a casual
Get a grip
perspective.
on the fundamentals in adventure mode. Even if you're new to the series, you'll learn the different shot types. Complete challenges.
Yeah, this game just looks good. Like MTA, when it first came out, I thought it looked dated even when it was out. Or like when it first came out anyways.
Up to 4 players can compete on the court. You can also play with multiple systems via local wireless.
I have noticed that a lot of the characters, like right there, Yoshi's Serve, that is pretty much 1-for-1 how it looks in MTA, in Aces. I have noticed that a lot of their animations are pretty much the same, which is fine. I'm not going to sit here and, rake them over the coals just because the animations are kind of the same. Like, it makes sense, but I thought I should at least point it out, even if I'm rambling on about it.
Tennis fun via GameShare. Plus,
GameShare is fun. That's a good idea.
With customizable rules in an online room. Or
let people kind of do their thing
rankings in a
or play with friends. Okay, real quick, because I almost glossed over it. Thank God ranking system is back. Hopefully it's like Aces, because that was a good ranking system, believe it or not. That ranking system in Aces was probably Nintendo's best attempt at a ranking / ELO system. And I really wish they had done it for literally any other game too. But hey, I guess I'm also happy that it was Aces.
And global rankings in a ranked match.
But yeah, we got ranked matches. Super cool. But yeah, characters are hitting angles. I think I might have glossed over it, but I took note of the fact that like there's like some shot in this trailer of Rosalina just hitting a nasty like net flat. So it seems like some of the characters are getting buffed, or maybe it's just universal how good they can kind of like swing while they're at net. So super cool.
It's tennis with a twist. So grab your racket.
Bringing back that Sunshine, like, I don't know, Sunshine PD boss.
Available February 12th only on Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
All right, February
The
12th.
Mario Tennis Fever game is compatible with amiibo figures for the characters shown here. Tap an amiibo to use a tennis
Wait,
ball.
whoa. Hold on.
Shown here.
Yeah, we got courts. Look at that. Big part of the MTA tourney scene, or like, matchmaking. What do I say? Tournaments. There we go. Big part of MTA tournaments, picking a court. Basically, in MTA, you had your selection of like slow, medium, and fast courts, and they all had different bounces. I would expect more of the same here. There's probably going to be a few kind of just like copycat courts where the stats are kind of the same. But I think it's super cool that we have a very wide variety from the looks of it. Very wide variety of areas to play. I especially love the like that mushroom court kind of there in the center left. I just like the design of it. It kind of reminds me of the old N64 courts and how they used to look. I will say the Skyship and the Waluigi Pinball, both excellent choices.
Tap an amiibo.
And they do show us right here, like the ball speed and the bounce, super important depending on what character you're playing. If you're playing a character with a top spin, you're going to want like that fast ball speed as well as the bounce, because you want to overhead with your top spins. Um, especially if you're playing against like a shorter character, that could be a legit disadvantage. So super cool that they're kind of tunneling in on these details. Also, the friggin' balls being customized are so cool. What a good detail. And I have a lot of amiibos, Mario specific amiibos. I think this game, this trailer definitely gives me a lot better of an impression than the initial trailer did. Because there's some shots you can see where the ball is going fast, which was one of my concerns, how floaty the gameplay looked. But after kind of getting my eyes adjusted to it, I will say it's kind of growing on me. I'll still maintain that sort of healthy skepticism of if it'll be good or not. I'll keep an open mind, but I will remain a bit of a skeptic. It's human nature not to like change. And Aces was kind of like how I buttered my bread, or breaded my butter, initially speaking. How my name kind of got out there, so we will see if Mario Tennis Fever lives up to the hype. I hope it does, because I enjoyed Aces, made a lot of great friends, met some amazing people through Aces, and I hope that Fever can bring me the same sort of joy that Aces did. So, thank you all for watching as always. Sorry I haven't been posting as much lately. Kind of been going through a winter funk. The old seasonal depression and whatever else. No need to harp on it, but I will get my drive back very soon. So look out for more content in the future. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you. Bye.